Okay, pasta. Ooh, it's getting hot. So what I try to say, if you need another phone, you can use the Android on my on the table. Bushka. Five two eight six five.
In 600 feet, use the right lane to stay to the right. Then stay to the left to I-495, Long Island Expressway West, toward Midtown Tunnel.
it begins sort of more as sort of a kind of ladies who lunch type of situation. Very quickly turns into a full-fledged union, and that becomes thousands of women marching in the streets to protest the taxation policies of the British government and the king, the Alake as he was called, who was backed by the British. And they essentially lay siege to his palace. So if you can imagine 10,000 women from the markets basically encamped day and night at his palace, and he's trapped inside and he can't leave. And they sing, talk about music as a weapon, they sing these abuse songs to him. And we found hundreds of these songs in Fela Kuti's archives that she had handwritten, she had phonetically spelled in English the Yoruba lyrics. We got a choir to translate them and sing them for us. But they're hilarious songs calling his manhood small town things. They're going to unleash a lake of fire from their general. Yes, there you go. To overwhelm him. Really raunchy, hard-hitting lyrics, and they would sing them one after the other. And Fela was with her, we think. And so it's interesting to think of his later music, that abuse singing this story of this protest movement. You have the British Army amassed just outside town, and you have these, thousands of women, and some number of them stand up and they strip naked, which in many traditions around the world, and certainly in West Africa, is a kind of spiritual curse or a hex of some sort. It's essentially sort of wielding the spiritual power of women against men, and any man that looks upon them is considered to be cursed. And so they stand up in this very defiant gesture. And the British, and we read the colonial diaries that were written at that time, and letters that were flying back and forth. They were really scared that if they come in and meet that symbolic protest with actual violence, it would unleash forces that they could not control. And so they decide to basically sneak the king out of the palace and abdicate the throne. And so it is one of the first colonial revolts prior to the African independence movement that actually was successful. And in some small way, it sort of seeded the ground for the African independence movement. And Fela was there.
It's really a remarkable story. And did people remember the role that she played?
Well, yes and no. There are, you will find people who know the story. But more often than not, what we found is that people would refer to her simply as Fela's mother. And so she has been reduced a bit. Because, I think this revolt is one of the great, it's one of the fiercest things I've ever encountered. And yet she just gets reduced to being the mother of this famous, consequential, but pop star. And one of the saddest moments in our reporting was we were very anxious to find her grave, and we found it on the backside of an Anglican church. And she's buried with her husband, Israel Ransom Kuti. But there's no mention of her. There's simply a long kind of litany of his accomplishments. And there's no mention of what she did. And it was kind of wild to see the ways in which this incredible movement was
day and night,
kind of erased in a way.
Stay in your lane, day and night.
Well, we need to take a short break here. If you're just joining us, my guest is Jad Abumrad. We're talking about his new podcast about the father of Afrobeat, the Nigerian musician Fela Kuti. It's called Fela Fear No Man. We'll be right back. This is Fresh Air. Olympian trained to push their bodies to the limit. Sometimes that means pushing through pain to compete. But most of us are not elite athletes. So is there a lesson here for us?
Soreness is normal when you start an activity or you're increasing it, but pain is something that inhibits that activity long term.
I'm at the Chan, how we can get stronger safely. And all things considered from NPR News.
Today at 4 on WNYC.
Day and night.
This is Fresh Air. Let's get back to my interview with Jad Abumrad, the creator and former host of the public radio program and podcast Radio Lab, and the creator and host of the Peabody Award-winning series Dolly Parton's America. His new series is about the Nigerian musician Fela Kuti. It's called Fela Kuti, Fear No Man. Once Fela starts really understanding more about what his music is about, he creates a club called The Shrine, and it's mobbed. I mean, when people hear his music, they want to hear more. And he creates what he calls the Calacuta Republic, which includes his compound. And by calling it the Calacuta Republic, it's basically, even though there's like a steep penalty if you're caught, but it's his compound and it's his like free space and they get away with it. How do you pull that off?
I mean, he is a case study in courage like no other. So I think part of it was just the chutzpah that he brought to the cause. I also think part of it was this is a moment after a brutal civil war that ended right about 1969-70, where the Nigerian government basically starved an insurgent movement to try and secede from the Biafran Republic. It was a horribly brutal war of starvation, and in the wake of that, I think there was a lot of disillusionment on the part of young people. There was kind of, as it was put to me, an eerie calm, and into that walks this guy. You know, as you have millions of young people looking for a new way, a new direction, in walks this guy with otherworldly confidence, making music that is just funky and danceable and trance-inducing and amazing. And he becomes this instant magnet for lost souls and creates a compound, and almost overnight, hundreds of young people flock to him. And it's really hard to know how he got away with it, because to declare your compound a sovereign republic a year after a civil war, when a whole republic tried to secede, and that was met with brutal force, it's kind of mind-bogglingly insane and courageous to do it. But it's really hard to know how he got away with it.
So one of the things you point out in the podcast is that, you know, his songs got him into a lot of trouble. And what would happen is he'd write a song, then he'd be like jailed or beaten for it. Then he'd write a song about being jailed or beaten, or, you know, whatever was done to him. They'd punish him for that song, and then he'd write a song about the punishment. So it was like he answer songs to the military. You know, they were writing answer songs to each other. Do you have a favorite example of that?
You know, one of my favorite trickster songs, I think of those trickster songs, where he was sort of like playing tricks on the authority, and then they'd come and raid him, and then he'd make a song about the raid, and then they'd raid him again. One of them is called Calacuta Show. I believe this was 1974. It's not only like a really great, really funky song, but if you listen to the lyrics, it's almost like a news report, like an eyewitness news report about a raid.
So let's hear Calacuta, his song Calacuta Show. Okay, we have to take a short break here, and then we'll get back to my interview with Jad Abumrad, the creator and host of the new series, Fela Kuti, to help NPR produce programming that meets the highest standards of public service in journalism and cultural expression. When you're in a car crash in New York City, your real troubles may have just begun. Unlicensed tow trucks are often first to the scene, part of a growing fleet of illegal operators chasing blue investigation on NYC Now. Download it wherever you get your podcasts. WNYC is supported by Poster House presenting The Changing Face of Fascist Italy. The exhibition explores how Mussolini harnessed the popular futurist movement to shape the social identity of the nation. Learn more at posterhouse.org/WNYC.
If you believe democracy requires May 20, NPR News and the New York Conversation.
Delivery.
This is Fresh Air. I'm Terry Gross. Let's get back to my interview with Jad Avarad, the creator and former host of the public radio program and podcast Radio Lab, and the creator and host of the Peabody Award-winning podcast series Dolly Parton's America. Now he's the creator and host of a new podcast series about the Nigerian musician Fela Kuti, who became the father of Afrobeat in the 1970s. The series is called Fela Kuti, Fear No Man. His music was catchy, and his brave political lyrics about Nigeria's repressive government and military inspired a youth movement to rebel. He paid a huge price for this. The police and military repeatedly jailed him, beat him, left scars all over his body, burned down his home, and threw his mother out a second-story window. Fela was also a problematic figure who turned himself into what you might call a cult leader, thought he was invulnerable, married in one day 27 of his backup singers and dancers, and didn't believe AIDS was real, even when he was dying of it. So here's where Fela loses me. He puts together a group of fantastic women dancers and backup singers, and that's part of the reason why people want to see him perform, because it means seeing these women sing and dance in their elaborate makeup and face paint and costumes. But he eventually marries 27 of them in one day. I want to play an excerpt from the podcast in which several
Delivery.
people talk about how they felt about the 27 wives.
Go past this light, then at the next one, turn left.
Coffee.
The pictures of him sitting in his underwear, and he's sitting there with kind of oil on his body, and the women are surrounding him. Everything about it just
Locksmith.
throwback.
The fact that
He fell into it broke.
these women, young women, girls and women were with Fela Kuti and living in Calcutta Republic,
They know, but they don't want to talk about it.
was all of this moral controversy about what these women's relationship with Fela was. Just this speculation alone produced controversy, and then there were court cases that amplified publicity for Fela's work. Like, that's my point. We wouldn't have Afrobeat music, the phenomenon that it became, without the influx and the injection of the women's creativity and their passion and their voices.
What do you make of that?
I mean, it's really, Fela's relationship with women is hard to wrap your mind around. All I can say is that it was very important for us when we were reporting this series to speak with those women. And by the way, I mean, I see that particular marriage as a PR stunt and also kind of as an HR move, because he was bleeding talent at that moment. This was after the house was burned down. A lot of his band were like, this is ridiculous, we're out. A lot of his backup dancers were coming to the same conclusion. And so I think the idea of marrying them was as much about trying to make sure people don't leave as it was anything else. That's not to excuse it at all. But I see that much more as a stunt and as an act of
Damn right.
desperation, frankly.
So you spoke to, I think, a couple of the women who used to be in the band and married to him, and one of them said he didn't
At the
marry
light,
the
turn
women,
left onto
he married the
45th Street.
women to his
Then the
band.
destination is
Which
on your
is
right.
like what you were saying. Did you hear from the women you spoke to who had been in his band and married to him?
Yeah, we spoke to 3 of the 4 that are still alive, as far as we can tell. And what was really interesting is that
The destination is on your right.
all
Arrived.
insisted that they were there by choice, however we might judge them. They did not want to be seen as political objects. each of them got there for their own reasons. One of them, Laide, wanted to travel and see the world. She'd
Yep. Landaria. Lavanderia. Lavanderia.
Fear no man. After we take a short break, we reluctantly say goodbye to our long-term executive producer, Danny Miller. He's retiring. This is Fresh Air.
Support for WNYC comes from The Bowery Presents. Pianist and composer Ludovico Einaudi performs live on October 1st and 2nd at Stern Auditorium, Pullman Stage at Carnegie Hall. Tickets on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. at carnegiehall.org. Joan Chen has been acting for decades, but her new film, Montreal Mademoiselle, gave her something rare, the chance to play a love story at this stage of her career. She'll be here to talk about the role and why playing immigrant mothers on screen has been cathartic for her. That's coming up on Q from CBC.
Turn right on 34th Street.
Tonight at 10 on WNYC. This is WNYC, 93.9 FM and AM 820. NPR News and the New York Conversation.
This is Fresh Air. Today marks a turning point in Fresh Air history. Our longtime executive producer, Danny Miller, is retiring. We've been celebrating how he's led the show through good times and hard times and what he's done professionally and personally for each of us who's ever been part of the Fresh Air team. But we're all so sad he's leaving. I'd like to take a moment to speak personally about what Danny means to me. Fresh Air started as a local program on WHYY in Philadelphia. Back in 1975, when I became the host, it was a live 3-hour show 5 days a week, and the staff was me. In 1978, when Danny applied to be an intern on the show, he was studying film and music therapy at Temple University and was the pianist in a local salsa band. I interviewed him for the intern position, and we hit it up each time I had tried to quit. As we talked, we realized we shared a sense of humor, we both loved to listen to a lot of jazz, and liked a lot of the same movies, most especially Taxi Driver. It was clear we'd have similar judgment in who we should book on the show. You know the expression that if you're an intern, make yourself indispensable? Danny managed to do that pretty immediately, recommending guests, booking guests, organizing things. He even invited me over to dinner and served what I like to think of as baked eggplant a la sponge. But I forgive him for that. Now he's a good cook, famous among other things for his chicken soup. I remember we drove together to the bar at an inn in the Poconos so I could record an interview with the pianist John Coates for NPR to use in its concert program, Jazz Alive.
In half a mile.
Before driving there, when Danny and I met at the radio station, he showed up in a bright yellow sports jacket that was
Yellow
also
submarine.
And
Yellow
I wondered,
submarine.
maybe I misjudged his sensibility until I realized he pranked me to see how I'd react and then put on his real jacket. After he graduated, our then station manager, Bill Siemering, understood how indispensable Danny was,
Yellow
and
submarine.
he kept managing to find hidden money to hire Danny part-time and eventually full-time as a producer. When Fresh Air became a national show in 1987, Danny became its executive producer. There were so many changes we had to make in the show, and then we faced so many changes in the world, all of which Danny led us through. This included the first Gulf War, 9/11, the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, political crises. He became a father not long after we went national. At the time, he was the only parent working on the show. As time went on, and there were many more Fresh Air babies, Danny typically managed to come up with ways for them to stay on the show while still being good parents. He built in a measure of flexibility, like sharing a position with another new parent from our team, allowing each of them to work half-time. When it came to what we broadcast on the show, Danny was the final word about what we actually put on the air. He always made sure we were being fair to the guests and the subject at hand. He was never a prude about what language our guests could use on the show, but he was prudent and always knew when to call someone for legal advice. In addition to all that, he was also the family therapist.
לא, אל תגידי ככה, דינה, לא תדברי ככה על הילד שלי. דינה, אל תגידי ככה, כפרה. מתדרכת, ואת
אתה
מתדרכת.
אוהב את זה בגלל הצופים. עלית כבר, הנה עכשיו עליתי, זה עלה לך. למה?
ברצינות.
למה
דינה, אבל צופים יש לו גם ככה, דינה.
בדיוק רביט, חיים שלי.
גם ככה יש לו צופים, נו באמת, דינה.
רביט, וואי, אני אוהב אותך.
פרה עלייך, זה חשבון חדש. אם היה לחשבון הישן, הוא היה על 2,000 צופים עכשיו, דינה. דינה, דניאל יש לך בטיקטוק, עזבי אותך, דינה, כפרה עלייך. לא עושה את זה בשביל הצופים, עזבי.
למה אותנו הוא שם בצד? הוא שם את הקצות שלו עלינו, כן? אחד כזאת...
זה לא עליכם, אותך הוא מכבד, זה שלומי שהוא לא מכבד אותו. אותך הוא מכבד.
הוא לא מכבד. אני באה אליו היום, מדברת איתו בהכי יפה, תספר לי מה קרה, הוא משחק איתי סביבון בשביל לפתוח את המילה מה היה במשטרה.
יהיה לו סף מרי.
יהיה לו סף מרי. למה לא תבוא תגיד לי מה אין לך מה לדאוג?
אמרת לו לא, דניאל.
אמרתי לה, אין לך מה לדאוג, אין לך מה לדאוג.
יש לי מה לדאוג. יש לי, ואני היום מתקשרת אליך מהבוקר שמעת.
זה לא קשור ללדאוג, דניאל, אנשים רוצים לדעת.
עד שעה 8 בערב, אני אומרת לו, הוא מסובב אותי מחדר לחדר, למטבח, לשירותים לזה, עד שהוא פותח מילה ולא אומר לי.
זה לא בסדר, דניאל, זה אמיתי אני אומר.
מול אותו. לא נעים.
דינה. דינה, שנייה, אני מפרצת.
אתה כמו הבקר של הבן שלי, הבן שלי באמת.
רגע, דינה. מה זה שמיר?
דומים, אני מכבד את אמא שלי.
יצחק שמיר.
זהו. יואו, יצחק שמיר, יואו.
כן, תסתכל על הגבות שלה, איזה גבות יש לה. אז תתאר.
שתראה בגבות, כמו המוני.
אז הנה, אז בבקשה, יש לך כאן טיפות, אני יכולה להסתכל עליהם.
לא, אני גם חייב בטח. אבל זה כבר לא חשבון שלי, דינה. בשביל השלום בית.
יפה בשבילך, לא בשבילי.
שרי, בשביל השלום בית, אבל
אני
בשביל...
יותר יפה ממנה.
דינה, אבל בשביל השלום בית.
אין שלום בית, למה הם ניסו? תקשיב, האירוסים שהיה לה, היא ביימה את הכל, עם הילד שלה בן 3. תצלם.
זה המצב, אמא שלי כועסת עלייך.
מאוד. תקשיב, דניאל, בדקה האחרונה של המוות שלי, אני לא מתבססת כבר איתך.
יהיה לו סף מרין.
דקה לפני המוות.
אל תגידי ככה, דינה, את אישה טובה,
אני
דינה.
אגיד לך ואני אוכיח לך את זה.
אל תגידי, את אישה טובה,
אני
דינה.
אוכיח לך את זה. היא לא אישה ראויה להיות עם משפחה. היא צריכה להיות בודדה לבד, עם הילדים שלה. היא בגדה במשפחה שלה, היא בגדה בבעלה, היא בגדה בכל העולם.
טוב, אמא, 5 דקות תחזרי, תירגעי.
לא, אני הולך...
תירגעי. Hasidic Jews
link. If you want everything else, just hit that little shopping bag on the bottom left. That's going to open up the list. These are the best deals right here. These are in the same link.
Upstate New York.
Counter space where I'm at, so this thing is awesome. I
אני אומר לך, אני שומע את לירון בוכה, ואני שומע את אמא שלך, וכואב לי על אמא שלך, וכואב לי על לירון, ווואלה אחי, אני לא מקנא בך, באמת, דניאל, אני לא מקנא בך, אחי. מה שאתה צריך לעבור זה כאילו להיות בין הפטיש לסדן, אתה לא יודע מה טוב ומה רע, ומי, היא מציבה לך אולטימטומים, והיא זה, וואלה, אני באמת, תסכול. די, הילד, די. תפסיקי כבר, גם את לחמם. וואלה חבר'ה, אני אומר לכם את האמת, תעשו לי פה עוקב, בואו נרגיע את העניינים.
תעלי.
בואו נעלה רגע את שתיהם, נרגיע את העניינים, כי זה סתם, זה לא מתאים.
אני לא צוחק איתך, או שאת עולה, תקשיבי.
לא מתאים חבר'ה, תעשו לי מהר.
אני שומע שאת בוכה.
לא, היא בוכה בפרעות, תן לה להירגע, דני, אני לא יכולה לעלות ככה.
אוי, תעלי.
דניאל, שתירגע. קודם כל שתירגע.
תנסה להרגיע אותה. אל תבכי, אל תעשי לי את ההצגות האלה, תעלי.
שובר לי את הלב, אל תבכי. בסדר, חבר'ה, בוא נרגיע רגע את הלייב, דניאל, בוא נרגיע.
אני רוצה רגע לדבר עם אמא. אמא.
אבל ברגוע, כפרה עלייך. הנה, החיים שלנו, את צריכה להבין, גם הילד פה במצב לא נעים, אתם שמים אותו בין הפטיש לסדן, הילד לא יודע לאיפה ללכת, במי לבחור.
אין בעיה, דניאל, אין בעיה.
תקשיבי, אמא.
רגע, אתה הורדת...
לא,
דינה, זה אני הורדתי בטעות, אני הורדתי בטעות, דינה, זה לא דניאל.
אתה תצטער על כל רגע מה שאתה עושה, דניאל.
אבל רגע.
זה לא דניאל, דינה, זה לא דניאל.
רגע, רבי, אצלי בבית אני לא אשמע אותה ולא יריח אותה. אתה הבנת? שום דבר. שתבכה, יש לה דמעות של תנין. דמעות של תנין שהוא בוכה. מה זה?
בסדר.
אתה זרקת אותי, זרקת את אח שלך, אתה מצפצף עלינו.
אני זרקתי את אח שלי. אני זרקתי את אח שלי.
לא, אתה תענה לי על השאלה. יש כן ויש לא.
היא לא מבינה את זה. שומעים, אמא שלי ואחי הגדול לא מבינים שיש לי ילד עם האישה הזאת.
סבבה, מקבלים את הילד.
אז למה?
מקבלים אותה, היא לא תהיה בתמונה של המשפחה שלנו.
היא לא תהיה, כן תהיה, יש לי ילד איתה.
אתה רוצה לראות אותה? אתה רוצה להריח אותה? אתה רוצה לנשום אותה? תיסע לחריש, לא לפה. לא בבית שלי. אתה לא תעלה אותה ולא שום דבר. הבנת? במקום לשחק איתי, במקום לדבר איתי, במקום לשחק איתי. כן, אתה פתאום רוצה אותה? תסתכל מה אמרה לך שלשום.
מה זה רוצה אותה?
תסתכל מה אמרה לך שלשום.
אני רוצה שיהיה טוב. אני רוצה שיהיה טוב.
שטוב? לא, אין טוב איתה. אתה יודע טוב מאוד, אתה אמרת את זה לא לפני הרבה זמן. אי אפשר להיות איתך יותר מיום. אי אפשר.
דינה, אתם שמים אותו, דינה, אתם שמים אותו במצב לא נעים, הוא אוהב אותך, ואת אימא שלו. הוא רוצה להיות איתך.
אין בעיה.
אבל זה גם אימא שלה.
אמרתי לו, אני אוהבת אותך, אבל את המעשים שלך לא. כמה את אוהבת אותי? אין מספרים. אתה הילד שלי. אין מספרים לזה.
הוא אדם שלך, ברור לי, זה אדם שלך.
ברור, אז זו שאלה מיותרת שהוא שאל אותי. כי תמיד אני אוהב אותו. אני אוהב אותו עד מתי שאלוהים ייקח לי את הנשמה שלי ויגיד לי אם את אוהבת את הילד שלך, אני אגיד
אז אל
אותי.
תשימי אותו במצבים האלה, דינה, הוא לא רוצה
אין מה
להתראות.
לעשות, אבאלי. אין מה לעשות. אין מה לעשות. זה אם היא הייתה אישה באמת שלא נותנת לו את ההרגשות הרעות. למה הוא יהיה בוגד בה? כי היא הייתה אומרת לו, תעוף מפה.
אני אף פעם לא בגדתי בה.
דניאל, אם היא אומרת את האמת, מה הצפוק שלך?
לא, אחי, זה לא בגידה. שאישה נפרדים במשך שבוע, אחי, אני בראש שלי, זהו, סיימנו.
היום נפרדו לשבוע, זה לא בגידה, דינה. נפרדו לשבוע, זה לא בגידה. אבל בואו, זה לא העניין.
תקשיב, אתה מתקשרת אליי בזמן שהם היו בבית, ואתה בוכה לי, והבן שלך בוגד בי, והבן שלך...
הוא היה מישהי אחרת שהייתה מתקשרת אליך?
כן, הוא הלך, כן. זה החיים שלו. אם אישה מגרשת את הגבר שלה מהמיטה באמצע הלילה, ואין לו לאן ללכת, והוא מרים טלפון לחבר, או לאיזה מונית או משהו שהיה לו את האוטו, כן, הוא ילך. כן. למה אחרי שהוא הולך והוא מראה לה תמונות שאם זה נכון או לא נכון, היא אומרת לו, אבל אני אוהבת אותך. אבל דבר, אל תשאיר לי ואל תשאיר אותי לבד. בבקשה ממך. למה? אז אם את רוצה אותו...
אבל דינה, את צודקת.
כשאני התגרשתי...
דינה, את צודקת, בכל מילה את צודקת.
אז תעזור לי להוציא אותו.
אבל רגע, תעצרי, מצד שני. הוא רוצה לראות את הילד שלו מדי פעם, כפרה. ואם הוא לא יהיה איתה בסדר, הוא לא יראה את הילד.
פנינה, מימוני, שלא תחשבי שאני הצגה. הלוואי
תשתיקו אותה, את המימוני הזאת.
שתרגישי מי זו הבחורה או קלדך.
תשתיקו את המימוני הזאת, שלא תדבר לי בכלל.
תתביישי לך, תתביישי.
שלא תדבר לדינה ככה.
לא מתנות.
חסמנו אותה, דינה, חסמנו אותה, זה בסדר. זהו, לא ידברו עליך פה, ורק
אף אחד לא
בכבוד.
הרגיש אותה 3.5 שנים. תעזוב, אני שוכחת את 3.5. יום שישי את ישבת אצלי פה. באת לחבק אותי, אמרתי לך לא, תני לי להגן שאת פה. עם כל זה דיברנו והכל אמרת לכי תביא את הילד מנווה יעקב מאמא שלך. תהי אצלי שישי שבת. אכלת בשולחן שלי. עשינו קידוש בגללך. ונתנו לך את הכבוד לשמוע מה זה שבת קודש. לא שאני לא עושה את זה, אבל לפעמים הילדים שלי כשהם ברוגז לא עושים. ואת, מה את מדברת ככה יום-יומיים אחריה כשאת היית אצלי? למה? מה עשיתי לאישה הזאת?
תראי, עוד פעם, דינה, לא, אף אחד לא יזיז את זה. דניאל זה אדם שלנו, זה ילד שלנו. אי אפשר לקחת לך אותו, הכל טוב. אבל אני רוצה שתביני אותו, שיש לו גם דם, יש לו גם ילד. והוא רוצה את הילד הזה כמו שאתה אוהב את דניאל, ככה הוא אוהב את הבן שלו. תביני שהוא יעשה הכל בשביל הילד הזה. דינה, אני קלטתי. דינה, את חושבת שאני פרייר? דינה, אני לא פרייר, דינה.
רגע,
דינה, אני לא פרייר, אני קלטתי.
יפה, אביטל.
דינה, אני יודע, אני לא טמבל. אני לא טמבל, דינה, אני אולי נראה טמבל, אני נשמע טמבל, אבל אני לא טמבל.
לא, אתה לא נשמע לי טמבל.
אני לא טמבל, אז אני אומר שאני לא טמבל. אם אני יודע מה אני אומר לך. במרוקאית...
Journey. דליברי. איך זה נלקח? אני לא יודע. כל העבודה נלקח. מה קורה?
תקשיב רגע, דניאל, אתה קודם כל צריך להיות כאן, אתה מעלה את זה, מעלה את זה, מקשיב לכל
זה וזה וזה וזה.
ואתה יודע שאין פה עובד פה מניפות במשפט שלו. אתה לא תבחר את אמא, אבל אתה לא תבחר את הילד שלך. שתיהם חשובים, שתיהם דם שלך. שתיהם דם שלך. אז אתה מסיים שתיהם. אתה צריך לקחת את אמא לשיחה, לכוס קפה, בלי טיקטוק, להסביר לה שזה הבן שלך ואתה עושה את הדברים האלה בשביל הבן שלך. מבין? לא בשביל שום דבר, כי דינה לא מבינה. היא חושבת שאתה חוזר אליה כדי לדבר איתה. לא יודע מה, צריך להבין את ההבדל שבין לדבר איתה בשביל הילד לבין לדבר איתה. אין לי בעיה להעלות אותו, אבל הוא שיכול לבוא, תגיד לו שיבוא, אם אתם צופים, מתחילים חדש, שיכול לבוא, לכו אליו לשי, תגיד לו שיכול לבוא. אנחנו נארח אותו פה בכיף. הגיע הזמן שאתה תארח אותנו, דניאל. הגיע הזמן שאתה תהיה עליי במוביל. קדימה. הוא יושב עם 200 צופים שם, ראש שיבוא כזה. שיבוא לפה אם הוא רוצה. צוק, לכו, תגידו לו שיבוא לפה. הוא יעלה כמו רד או לא יעלה. הוא יושב שם עם 200 צופים.
Drive southwest on Lexington Avenue, then turn left onto East 50th Street.
לכו אליו, תגידו לו שיבוא, דניאל אמר תבוא. אני גם צריך, אני ארד פה, אין לי בעיה, אני לא בעק. שימו את כל האגו בצד. הוא קצת הפריע לו, כנראה שיש לך צופים השעה כל 10, ולכן הוא פתח לייב. הוא החליט לפתוח שיבוא לפה.
Turn left
הוא רוצה
onto
שיבוא
East
לדניאל,
50th Street.
דניאל, ודניאל מגיע לו שלהם ישו. אני לא מושתק עכשיו, אני אמיתי. ואם יש משהו שאתה יכול להגיד עליהם וכולם יגידו, זה שאני בן אדם אמיתי. ואני בן אדם שאומר את האמת בפנים. לא יעזור לאף אחד. אני אומר את האמת. שכעס עליי זה לא מעניין אותי. אני גם ירד עם שי, גם שואל עם שי. אבל צריך להבין, חבר'ה, שיש פה לעשות
דליברי.
שי לא בליים בכלל.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto 2nd Avenue. Drive southeast on East 50th Street, then turn right onto 2nd Avenue.
דניאל, אתה תשים את עצמך באמצע ותפגע גם בילד וגם בילד, גם תעשי את זה.
וזה וזה. זה וזה וזה וזה.
Turn right onto 2nd Avenue.
According to the processes that they've laid out, a lot of Canadians have turned off the idea that anybody in the U.S. government would even entertain a conversation with Alberta separatists. And then Scott Bennett, the Treasury Secretary, went on TV and kind of played up that these meetings are happening, and it seemed to be trolling Canada in a way that I think frankly annoyed a lot of people.
And we should say that there were no senior staffers at those meetings, and no promises were made, but the optics of it are quite interesting. Before we let you go, Nick, what are you watching for next, both within Canada and when it comes to the country's relationship with the U.S.?
Everything, always, all the time. But I'm sure we wouldn't even be able to, we couldn't get where we're next on this show together, but USMCA reviews, that's a big thing for us.
Well, that's Nick Kennedy. He's Politico's Ottawa Bureau Chief and co-host of their Playbook Canada podcast. Nick, always great to check in with you. Thanks.
Thanks so much for having me.
Coming up, we're just about halfway through the Winter Olympic Games. What are the biggest stories out of Italy, and how are U.S. politics affecting American athletes? And we want to hear from you. What sport are you following during these Winter Olympics? Email us at 1a@wamu.org. We'll be right back. Olympians train to push their bodies to the limit. Sometimes that means pushing through pain to compete. But most of us are not elite athletes. So is there a lesson here for us?
Slowness is normal when you start an activity or you're increasing it, but pain is something that inhibits that activity long term.
I'm also Chen. How we can get stronger safely. On All Things Considered from NPR News.
Today at 4 on WNYC.
Join New York Public Radio's Independent Community Advisory Board to share your thoughts on challenges facing small businesses today, Wednesday, February 18th at 6:30 p.m. on Zoom. Details at wnyc.org/CAB. Maybe you can't travel all around the world, but on New Sound, we'll do the next best thing, bringing you music from near and far. There's a whole world of music out there, and New Sounds explores it every night. I'm John Schaefer. Join me tonight at 11 on 93.9 FM or live stream at wnyc.org.
WNYC.
Independent journalism in the public interest. 93.9 FM and AM 820. NPR News and the New York Conversation.
Support for NPR comes from the station. And from Made in Cookware. Made in Cookware is crafted by chefs, for chefs, and designed for restaurants and home kitchens around the world. Their cookware can be found at madeincookware.com. From Workday, next-gen ERP powered by AI
Drive
that's
southwest
dedicated
on
to
2nd
helping
Avenue for
customers
1 mile.
focus on their most meaningful work. Workday. It's a new Workday. And from the John D. and Catherine C. MacArthur Foundation,
at mapfound.org. This is 1A. I'm Jen White. The 2026 Winter Olympics are in full swing in Italy. And while there are plenty of events and medals to come in the next 10 days, American athletes have scored big wins in Italy. Team USA's first medal was won by skier Breezy Johnson in the Olympic downhill competition. This win comes 4 years after a crash during training in 2022 dashed her Olympic dreams. And as the skiing team grapples with legendary gold medal winning skier Lindsey Vonn's crash just seconds into her first race on Sunday. For Team USA's figure skating team, a gold medal performance was clinched by 21-year-old Ilya Malinin, nicknamed the Spot God, after being neck and neck with Japan's figure skating team throughout qualifiers. And while he didn't win a medal, Haiti's first ever Olympic cross-country skier, Stevenson Savard, crossed the finish line to a roar of applause on Sunday.
He will finish. Man from Haiti.
But in the background of the sporting spectacle is the political reality that Team USA's 232 athletes bring with them to Italy. From athletes speaking up against the Trump administration's immigration crackdown to Vice President J.D. Vance getting booed at the game's opening ceremony. Joining us with a view from the ground at the Olympic Games in Cortina, Italy, is NPR sports correspondent Becky Sullivan. Becky, welcome to the program. And we're hearing from you. Nancy emails, I love curling. It's a sport that requires great strategic planning and great physical ability. The mixed team, one woman, one man, are so skilled. Team USA took silver and lost by only 1 point to Sweden. But we want to know about your favorite moments of the Winter Olympics so far. What events have you followed and what questions do you have about what it takes to put the games together? Email us at 1a@wamu.org. Becky, you're in Cortina, that's one of 6 Olympic villages across Italy. These Olympic Games athletes are facing COVID quarantine and other precautions. So how is the mood at the village and around the city compared to the 2022 games?
I mean, at least
Yes.
Yeah, my name is October, station number 1506. I'm calling about driver number, I'm calling about the trip you have for 3 p.m.
I'm on the way to Jean and Buza. Yeah, 9 minutes I'll be there. I'll be there in 9 minutes, yeah.
9 minutes? Okay, that's great.
Okay.
Call the passenger when you be on location, please.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you.
באמת אסור לי להיות פה. אני הודעתי 24 שעות לפני. נכון, אני עד, אתה גם אמרת לי שאתה הולך. קח אותי כעד עוין, אני בא איתך, דניאל. הייתי איתך בשיחת ועידה עם המשטרה, אני לא צוחק. אתה רצית שאני אהיה עד על הקו, נכון? התקשרנו ל-100 והם אמרו שאנחנו בדרך עם הבובה. הם באו אליי מחוץ לגן של הילד, באה אליי משטרה, אמרתי להם תקשיבו, הנה ההודעה, הודעתי לפני 24 שעות שאני הולך רוצה לראות את הילד. נכון. לא התייחסה אליי, לא כלום. נכון. באתי ואז המשטרה לך לרווחה, תודיע להם שאתה עובר ניכור הורי. נכון. הלכתי לרווחה, הסברתי להם שאני עובר ניכור הורי, אני לא רואה את הילד, הנה צו שאני צריך להודיע 24 שעות שאני צריך לראות את הילד. והם אמרו שהם צריכים... אבל תגיע אחי כבר, אז אייבת לי את המוח, תגיע לשורה התחתונה, מה עכשיו דובי? מה עכשיו? תגיד לי מה באת? דבר, מה צריך לדבר לך? אני לא ראיתי את הילד אותו. על מה החקירה? על הדובי? מה, היום? כן. אז זה על החקירה? זה לא. זה מה שנחקרתי היום, זה על הצו, על אותו יום שהופעתי שם. הסברתי להם שבאתי לראות את הילד. אם אני לא הבנתי איך החוקר המטומטם אין לו 12 שנות לימוד, איך הוא יבין אותך? בגלל זה הוא שחרר אותי. בלבלת אותו יפה. בוא הנה, אני משחרר. וזה לא בא לי ש... לירון, של פעם אתה נחקרת היום? בדיוק. אחי שחרר אותי, הוא אומר לי הכל בסדר, תלך. אמרתי לו תודה רבה, הולך לקרות לי משהו, אומר לי אוקיי. היית הולך לחקירה עם הדובי. איזה דובי, אין כלום. חברים, תגידי, אתה מבין שהיא מתעתעת בך, היא עכשיו חושבת שאתה... למה לא התקשרת אליי על הבוקר, נכון? למה לא חלמת עליי? אתה אחראי על החלומות שלך? לא. למה אתה בממתינות? אני בממתינות עם המשטרות, בגללך. תענה לה. בדיוק ככה. תגיד לה במילים האלה, לירון, אם את פה, תקשיבי. את הרסת את הילד. את קיבלת את דניאל עם 70% נכות, בגללך הוא 100% נכות, הוא גמור. הילד גמור. היה או לא היה? אני רוצה, תקשיב טוב, מהיום אתה תופס אומץ. אל תענה לה. כל הכבוד, יש לי משפחה. הספקת להכיר את המשפחה שלי? תקשיב, אמא שלי במקום שתשב, תהיה בלייב, בצורה מכבדת, אמא שלי פשוט תוקפת. אמא שלי צריכה לעצור כי אמא שלך הורסת הכל. תביא רגע עם מילה, לא צוחק, תן לי. אמא שלך עכשיו חושבת שהיא איזה כוכבת טיקטוק, היא בת 80, היא צריכה...
Drive southwest on 2nd Avenue for a half mile.
מתאימה לאפליקציה הזאת, כפרה עליך, שלח אותה שתשחק רמי במועדון. מה היא בפיל? מה היא בטיקטוק? קודם כל אמא שלי כן מתאימה לאפליקציה, כי אני יכול להגיד לך שהיא מהצד רואה והיא רואה את התהליך שלי. או שהיא רואה, אני גם בגילאים שלנו אנחנו לא רואים. איזה רואה, אחי? היא לא רואה טוב. זה היא רואה, יש לה גש. יכולה לעלות את דינה, אני רוצה לדבר איתה בצורה יפה, באמת. דינה, בואי רגע, את הורסת לו, יש פה זוגיות. הזוגיות הזאת חולה. את במקום להבריא אותה, מוסיפה יש לה מדורה. יום אחד כפרה על לירון, איך איזה טובה, ויום אחד יש אלוהים ייקח אותה, נכון? את לא יכולה להיות קיצונית וקוצונית באותה נשימה, דינה. תני לילד, הילד מספיק חכם ומתוקף.
No copy, love.
מילות קישור.
Shit.
איפה דינה? כפרה עליך, תקרא רגע.
No copy, love.
תקשר אליי, לא בבית? פתאום
In a quarter mile, turn right onto East 15th Street.
בננה עקומה, נכון? לא יכולה, תגידי, לא יכולה. עכשיו לירון יושבת בבית שלה, בוכה. מה חנמו לי? בגלל דינה, לא בגללך. איתך אין לך בעיה, דינה מחבבת. נכון? אמא שלי עכשיו לירון התקשרה אליי, אומרת לי למה היא עושה לי את זה, מה עשיתי לה, למה היא
Yeah, I'm outside the driver, I'm outside. Black car. Oh. Okay, you coming? Okay. See you soon. Yo, Gene, I'm over here now. You coming? I'm in the building. אתה בעיר?
כן.
גמרת עם הרופא?
כן. גל יזריק תחת עכשיו.
עזוב אותך מהזריקות האלה. עושים עליך ניסויים. תנסה בלי הזריקות. אם הכל בסדר, אז אתה לא צריך את זה.
אני יודע.
שאל את צ'אט GPT.
אולי נשתה רק שמן זית, זה מה אני אומר.
תתייעץ לא צריך שמן זית בלימון, לסחוט, לערבב ולשתות.
נראה לך אני אשים לימון וישרוף כי מותר.
מה ישרוף? זה כפית לימון, כפית שמן זית, אתה מערבב ושותה, זה נהדר, אני עושה את זה כל בוקר.
כי אמרת למרוח.
לא. שתוק.
כן?
כן. אבל איך האור מסתדר מהמשחה שהביאו לך?
מה?
איך האור מסתדר מהמשחה שהביאו לך? כאילו הנקודות האדומות שהיה לך שם.
לא הבנתי, מה אתה אומר?
איך האור שלך יותר טוב עכשיו? אולי עוד שעה וחצי, שעתיים נחגש. הבאת את האפל טאג? אני אביא לך את הבטריה, תחליף את הבטריה. צריך להחליף לו בטריה. זה אפל טאג, צריך להחליף לו בטריה. הבטריה שלו נגמרה. מה, הוא מחובר כאילו ללפטופ? האפל טאג הוא יחד עם הלפטופ?
שמתי אותו בטים של הלפטופ.
והלפטופ שמה בבית?
כן.
הוא צריך לנעול את הבית.
נעלתי את הבית.
יש לך מפתח?
כן.
יופי. אתה רוצה לקחת את האופניים או שאתה עוד לא בטוח? אתה רוצה לקחת את האופניים החשמליות או שאתה רוצה קודם לבדוק את המסלול? טוב, אז לא עכשיו, עזוב עכשיו, זה קר. לא עכשיו, זה קר, רגע, צריך להתקשר למישהו.
זה קפסת נסיעה.
כן. 14 דקות, רגע, צריך להתקשר לג'ין. Yeah, I'm outside. I'm the driver. Are you coming? This for Jean, yeah? My telephone? Hello? Yeah, this is the driver. Are you coming? Yeah, this is the driver. Please come outside. I'm waiting. Access right, journey driver. Thank you. Yeah, long. Well, access right. כן, אתה צריך לבדוק כל האפשרויות שלך. אתה יכול לנסוע גם בג'ורני, אקסס רייד. בכלל בשלוש טוב.
יש בזה, בבית אקסס רייד.
צריך לבדוק, אולי יש כל מיני. שאל צ'אט GPT. איפה אתה הולך עכשיו? לסטורג'?
לא, דווקא כזה. תחת התפילין בבית כנס.
טוב, אני אדבר איתך. אוקיי, אני צריך להתקשר. כן, אוקיי, נראה להתראות.
נראים בדברים בשבת.
כן. Eugene? Okay, come. Just let him go, let him go. Are you Jean?
Yes.
Okay, let's
Were
go.
you supposed to be here before?
No, just now. I just got the job now. Okay.
Like this, my doctor's appointment.
Okay, we're going
I
to...
just had to pay about $15.
So we're going to 620 Columbus Avenue, yeah?
God.
Okay. I just got the job 15 minutes ago, so that's why I come now.
Hello?
I was...
Yeah, I'm on the way up again. This has been awful.
northwest on East 15th Street. Then turn right onto 3rd Avenue.
Driver, how long do you
Oh, they said 30 minutes.
Huh?
30 minutes. You're going
Oh,
to...
it's going to be 30 minutes.
Yeah, 6:20.
Is that all right? Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I feel like somebody is beating me up. Anyway, I'll be there.
90th Street and Columbus. Okay.
This is horrible. And you're accessorite. Were you here before?
No, I just arrived now. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
and I
asked you.
was
keep
calling. I
asking
was
you the
calling,
same
and
thing.
nobody answered. And what
I
you?
know. I got your call
What
just
you-
now, but I was
Why you in a
waiting
taxi? What you
outside
doing
for
in a
about
taxi?
An hour.
What are you doing in a taxi? You took a taxi?
Because they told me that at first they told me go take a taxi, and then
Who told you that?
In
This
500 feet,
dispatcher?
turn left onto East 17th Street.
Oh, okay.
and then you called,
Yeah.
and I
so,
had to pay the taxi driver.
so you came back.
I paid him.
How far you went with the taxi?
I went to about
Few blocks.
20th. Pardon me?
Oh, 20 to 20th Street.
Yes.
Oh, and a few blocks and come back. Once I call you,
Turn
come back.
left onto East 17th Street.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Maybe they pay you back. Maybe they compensate.
well, they said they would, but I don't feel well. I have a doctor's appointment.
Continue for
and
2 miles.
It's terrible what they did.
Yeah, they don't have
Told
enough.
me, oh, just wait. I was waiting an hour on cold.
You should wait in the lobby, inside the lobby. The
They
building
told
lobby.
me to wait, and I wanted to be seen. I didn't want to miss it.
No, we always calling. You should
They
wait
called, and then they weren't there. No, it's not my fault. Don't make it my fault.
No, I don't say your fault, but always try to stay in a warm place because it's too cold outside. It's okay now. You got me. We go there and we'll be fine. Yeah. You know, they don't have enough drivers. Like if you call Uber, will come right away because Uber, Lyft, they come right away.
I know, but it's accessorized.
That's all right. Yeah, that's because they don't have
should've-
enough drivers.
Yeah, I know, but they should say that rather than having.
They're very busy today. Very busy.
Rather
Many
than having a
phones.
senior citizen
Yeah.
wait out in the cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's coming. I'm talking to the driver. No, it's coming.
They call me,
It
they
was
say
an
how
hour.
long. I
So
said,
it's
fine.
not you,
Yeah.
but I don't want to talk about it.
No problem, no problem. Everything will be fine.
Enough.
Yeah.
As a husband or wife. Well, you spoke to Emily Kwong, who hosts NPR's Shortwave, about figure skating jumps and the physics behind Ilya Malinen's signature backflip. And Malinen is one of the people who's probably most closely watched during these winter games. Now, I have to first say, French skater Surya Bonali was doing a backflip back in the 90s when I was closely watching ice skating. She was penalized for it before the rules changed about performing backflips in competition. But here's part of your conversation with Emily.
So how do they go then from spinning to jumping?
That's a whole other bag of chips. Because, like, similar physics are at work. You got angular momentum, you got torque. But then the skater has to, like, somehow turn themselves into a projectile. Like, they're a ball, and they're the quarterback. They're, like, hurling themselves in the air, right? So for that, like a gymnast, they need to generate upward velocity. Whatever vertical velocity they can create with the strength of their bodies is going to decide how high.
Drive northwest on East 23rd Street. Then turn right onto Park Avenue South.
To complete as many rotations as possible.
And when you have that level of insight into the physics, do you watch the competition differently?
Oh, absolutely, because now you know what you're looking for. You absolutely now it's just not just watching sports like some people do. And you know, you can watch sports however you want, but now that you know what to look for, all of a sudden the move becomes even more impressive. Now with Malinen, who's known as the quad god, and this is something that I talked to Scott Hamilton about too. He's like, I asked him way back in the day, why weren't you doing the same moves that Malinen was doing? Well, they were taught differently. He was taught when they go up to stay up. Meanwhile, Malinen, when he goes up, he immediately gets into the spin. So that's why he can pull off 4 revolutions as opposed to what Hamilton was doing back in the day when it was 3.
So it's a different way of training. It's a different way of just kind of thinking of the sport. And once you know exactly what exactly you're looking for, all of a sudden, when you see that move happen, it's like, wow, I know what it takes for it to happen, and now that I've seen it happen, it's that much more impressive.
Well, and watching the technique change over time, it's interesting to watch how the sport changes as well. Because once someone sort of perfects that technique, you start to see other people adopt it, and that ups the difficulty of the sport over time.
Turn right onto Park Avenue South.
Became the first Americans to win
You said about 30 minutes?
Yeah, maybe 25. Yeah.
The U.S.'s oldest Olympic athlete, 54-year-old Rich Rahonen, and also has several Gen Z team members like Danny Casper, he's 24. Tell us more about this curling team.
Team Casper, Danny Casper you mentioned. It's so funny because they have talked about how they, not only because they're Gen Zers, want to add a healthy amount of smack talk to the competition, which is interesting. I've always watched curling. I can't say that I completely understand every single aspect of it, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of room for it because they seem to be so focused on the stone. They seem to be so focused on sweeping and figuring out where exactly they're gonna lay the stone. That I'm like, where is the smack talk happening? But I guess for Danny Casper it is. And yeah, they want to smack talk. They want to bring up the entertainment value. And I love it because that's the whole point. If you're a sports fan that maybe isn't so as intense as other people are, what draws you to the screen? What draws you to tune in? And if you know that a curler is going to smack talk another curler, you're going to watch. You're going to watch and you're going to listen and you're going to have fun doing it. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun watching this team develop and just acknowledging that they're young and they're fun and they want to have fun with this as opposed to maybe taking it as seriously as some people do when it's all about winning and losing. Yeah, they
Continue for a half mile.
but they also want to have fun doing it either way.
We're talking to Amy Martinez, the host of NPR's Up First and Morning Edition. I'm Jen White. You're listening to One A. Hey, I'm going to turn back to some of the global politics happening in the background at these days. Since the start of President Trump's second term, the U.S.'s relationship with Europe has been in flux. And among other issues, President Trump is threatening to force control of Greenland, of course, it's in the autonomous territory of NATO ally Denmark. These threaten economic consequences for European allies who come to Greenland's aid. How is that political dispute casting a shadow on this game?
It's casting a shadow because the athletes are being asked about it. And you know, some athletes would rather not say anything about it. But some athletes do. Some athletes can't wait to express themselves politically. Jessie Diggins is an example of that. She is very open about how she feels about things. But yeah, there is no Olympics, whether it's winter or summer, where politics doesn't get involved. Because we're talking about flags of countries. And some countries don't like being in each other's presence. Some countries have a ton of history between them, going back decades, some even maybe hundreds of years. So it's regardless of what happens with the politics of the Olympics, it's ultimately about the games and the results and what happens and how these athletes strive to the best of their ability to represent their country in the best way they can. So at the end of the games, once it's all over, I think the politics fades away a little bit. The politics is something that you read about if you want to brush up on those politics of that particular game, but ultimately what
In a quarter mile, bear left onto Park Avenue Tunnel.
What they did on the ice, on the slopes, anywhere that an athlete can perform and showcase exactly what makes them who they are, their expression, so to speak, that's ultimately what people remember. The politics is something that you read about just to kind of remember exactly what's going on in that moment.
So I'm curious to hear whether covering these games, you think you were a big fan of the Winter Games?
Oh, I guess I'm not a winner. I grew up in LA. I mean, I know there's ski places near Los Angeles, but I never went to them. So I mean, the winter sports is not something that I did as a part of my growing up.
So what do you think about the significance of the Winter Games now that you spent some time there?
Well, okay, so the one thing that I think will be tough going forward, because I keep hearing this is something I've been hearing from scientists over and over again, is the lack of snow. I have friends that love to go ski. They just go around the world looking for slopes to ski on. And they're even telling me that just finding the snow is harder and harder. In Italy, they had to create a lot of snow because if they needed the snow to have all these competitions, they didn't have it. So they had to pump water from a different location to create snow, a lot of the snow that you see on television. That's one of the things that's going to be, I think, very troublesome and and worrisome for a lot of player athletes going forward is that eventually, I mean, this is going to become a problem. How do you have their team if there's no winner?
Yes. Oh my God, and I'm on the way up. Did you tell her that? I finally got a car. You didn't. The driver said, driver, it's 25 minutes? Excuse me, driver.
Yeah, 25 to 30 minutes, yes.
Yeah, 25 minutes. This has been like a nightmare. As I was out waiting for a cab and it never came. But then this guy finally came and here I am. But should I go back? I don't know what to do. Who did I speak to before? I spoke to a secretary who said she spoke to her. I told her 25.
Bear left onto Park Avenue Tunnel.
Anyway, I don't know. This is it. Should I don't know what to do. Yeah, did I know it was a call center? Did I know that it was a call center? Not your office? I didn't know. If I'm not there by when, did you say? I'm not. Is there any way that I could speak to her direct nurse? And are you the direct nurse? Or, did you tell her I had problems with the transportation? That's why I'm running late.
Continue for 1 mile.
But the guy's on the way now. Should I tell him to turn around? I'm at
34 and Park.
Pardon me?
34 and Park.
34. What should I do? God, this was trouble. If she can. somewhat of a day that accomplished something. living through it is a prize. But I'll be there very soon. Thank you so much. Bye. Oh my God. I can't believe this. Can't believe it. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Life holds many things.
All you need is love and patience.
Yeah, lots of luck with that. Tell that to Trump. Anyway, it is a good feeling. It's a good sentiment. Love and patience.
Another day, another blessing.
Pardon me?
Some say another day, another blessing.
That's true. Especially being at my age.
Yeah, some say another day, another dollar. And if somebody give you a hard time, tell them, keep the drama for your mama. You look young. Why you 60? You know.
No.
You look young.
No.
Skinny and young and beautiful.
Oh, come on.
We used to do a modeling. You modeling for
old age.
Louis Vuitton, something. Victoria's Secret. Modeling for Victoria's Secret.
God. Oh my God. How long have you been with them?
One guy opened a store, lingerie store. He called the store Victor's Secret.
Really?
Yeah. So Victoria's Secret, she's suing him. He said, I'm Victor.
Really?
My name is Victor. What's your problem? Victor's Secret.
I think that's great.
Yeah. You's Victoria. I'm Victor. What do you want?
Yeah.
It's free country.
And he could make it for men and women.
Yeah.
You know, she only does women.
No,
Make it for both.
he lost in the court. The court asked him to remove the sign.
Did he? Where is that anyway?
In Florida.
Ah. Which part of Florida? I'm sure.
One guy changed his name to a Donald Trump. And Trump sued him, a black guy, and he said, I want to be, I don't know, that's a nice name. They said, no, it's a name, it's like a Monitin name, it's a brand name, you cannot,
I wouldn't want it.
you cannot use it.
I wouldn't want his name.
Yeah, but the court asked the guy to remove the name from the,
Did he?
from his ID.
Donald Trump is like a kid who's misbehaving. Only he has the whole world in his hands.
What do you think about this crazy mayor, Damdani?
What about him?
20 people die in the street. He don't give him a hotel room. He don't give the homeless people shelter. He don't
That's
give
not
them.
true.
I mean,
He
look.
just said, I won't force you.
Why you
He
need
didn't
to?
say, I won't give that.
they-
Why are people so against this man?
Because
he just started.
no, listen.
You know who was there for many years and did many terrible things?
Oh, it was the
Adams.
Blasio and Adam, both of them. But listen, they give hotel to the illegal immigrant. Why they cannot give hotel to the homeless
They
people?
didn't say he wouldn't do it. He said that he wouldn't force
Yeah,
them.
but they mentally, they don't know what's good for them. They're mentally
Some
ill.
of them.
Many.
Some
So
of them choose.
all those 20 people who die, it doesn't have to
I
die.
don't blame him. How long has he been mayor?
A month. He's a kid. He have no experience.
You know,
He has.
people have been there for years
He-
and
he-
do a lot of damage. He's learning a lot.
No, he need to have
And
good.
he's
He's
more of a
advisor. He need advisor. He don't.
He is an humanitarian. The others are selfish.
I think he need to listen to his advisor.
Turn left onto East 55th Street.
These few hotel, Roosevelt Hotel is closed. Stewart Hotel is closed. Just put him there. You know what is this homeless?
He didn't say
The homeless
I
budget
really
is.
don't want to talk.
No,
He
no.
didn't say he wouldn't put them somewhere.
Okay.
He actually sent those people
To
out
shelter.
to look for them. And you know, the head of the homeless services resigned because
onto
she was
East
doing such a
55th
bad
Street.
job.
You know what is the homeless budget a year? $14 billion. If you divide $14 billion to 100,000 homeless, each one get $200,000.
They should make permanent housing.
Yeah. So this $14 billion, they should divide it to the homeless and give it to them. Those politicians, they use the money for themselves, and there's a lot of corruption.
Do you, are you a Fox News person?
No, I'm the NPR, you know, but I just think this $14 billion, the organization, the homeless organization, they use the money for themselves and they don't help the needy. I see them, they drive around, they throw a banana on a homeless guy, they throw a coat, and they tell him have a nice day. And they keep the $14 billion. That's not nice. There's a lot of corruption in the politicians.
Turn left onto East 57th Street. Drive northeast on Park Avenue for 1 mile.
How are we doing? We're driving.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go left on 79, cross town. We could be there soon. You have appointment?
Yeah, I had a doctor's appointment.
Sometimes the doctor themselves late, you know.
Yeah, but that's different. They get away with it.
Yeah. They should have a gap 20 to 40 minutes because in New York, nothing is on time. It's always something. Not something. Subway not good, traffic, always something. So those appointments should be a gap, exception 20 to 40 minutes.
Well, they give you an extra 15, but because I was waiting for the other driver. Anyway.
You could take like a bicycle, electric bicycle. City bicycle is good.
Yeah, in this cold. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's too cold. It's got better than the last few days. It's little better. We need to have rain to wash out all this snow. Rain is good. I can get free car wash.
Pardon me?
I need rain. I get free car wash.
Oh, really? Heaven sent.
In fact, he said that because of NATO's efforts, the center of Europe had shifted eastward, making the alliance stronger.
What do you think about Epstein, Trump and Epstein? Trump,
It's
our
all.
leader,
You know,
is disgusting.
you know, Mom of Damdani used to go to Epstein Island.
I don't want to talk about that.
No, but that's what I heard.
No. Trump, the president of his country, molested for years, molested children for years.
Yeah, and why this lady don't talk? What's the Maxwell, the lady in jail? Why
they took her.
why she don't say that? Why she don't spill? Why she don't say what's going on?
Why do you think?
She should.
Why do you
Or
think?
she afraid if she say they're gonna kill her like Epstein?
Sure.
They got rid of
Well,
Epstein.
look what they've
So
done already.
she keep
They kill
quiet.
people.
They kill Epstein. He didn't die. He didn't commit suicide. They kill him because they don't want him
Look
to
at
talk.
that. Oh, God help us. Trump Plaza, we're passing it. Ugh. He's a killer.
His wife has a movie documentary, like Melania documentary.
That's another inhumane person. Selfish. She wore a jacket.
Trump is crazy, you know. I used to have EBT $600. It's listed to $400, and he said, with a letter from Trump, get your wife big S to go to work. She's taking care of the baby, and she stay home. You know, we have a kid. You see, so she said she can work because she's taking care of the kids. He said, I find you work from home. So he cut the EBT from $600, the food for the kids,
Inhumane.
to $400.
That's the kind of person he is.
That's not nice. He live large. He got everything free for him. And the poor
he's
people,
just
he
an
cut the
evil
EBT.
man.
He
He's
cut the
evil.
EBT.
He's evil.
He only think his business in his head. How to make more money, yes.
And he's a pedophile. And he's a felon. And he's a racist. I mean, what other qualifications for hell do you need?
And he's a chubby and he has a blonde wig.
But how he treats people is what I care about.
He wanna steal Greenland, he wanna steal Venezuela. Because they said there's no Epstein Island, so he wanna steal Greenland.
Drive northeast on Park
Green
Avenue
Island.
for a half mile.
Yep. On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one.
How old is your daughter?
She's 7. 7 years old.
She's in school.
Yeah. PS11. How old is your kids?
Pardon me?
How old is your kids? Your kids, how old?
They're in their 40s.
Really? They keep in touch? They're nice kids?
Yeah. In Canada.
In Canada? Oh my goodness. You shop early and you start early. I shop late.
Yeah.
It's good you shop early. It's like you grow up with the kids, you know.
Yeah. Well, how old? Well, my mother is, I guess. Does that make a big difference for you?
No, for men, no, but for women. You see, women make mistake. They wait for career, they wait for Mr. Right, and then it's too late. They ending up lonely with dog.
What?
They should just do it. Don't wait for there's no Mr. Right, the old schmuck.
Right.
Don't wait for career, money don't.
Right.
Then you get too old, you know, and complication.
You do the best you can.
Just do
Life
it.
is such a complicated
Don't be
thing.
too picky to pick up a rich, handsome guy. They're not gonna treat you any better.
No. I know somebody who had a child and she was 49.
Really? That's a miracle. Must be a lot
She
of.
looks younger after she had the child.
Oh, must be a lot of
Pardon me?
HIV. What do you call it? The treatment to get pregnant.
I forgot. Intravenous.
IVF.
IVF, yeah.
A lot of IVF treatment.
Yeah, she had that.
They said one lady in India, she's 80 years old and she had a baby.
Yeah, your uterus is still.
How can be, maybe it's a donation for eggs.
Yeah,
In
your
a quarter
uterus
mile,
is
turn
still
left onto
active.
East
If you have
79th
the right
Street.
hormones, you can do it. I mean,
So you can have a kid also. No?
You never lose your uterus.
Do you want to have another baby?
Of course.
You can have a baby too. Yeah, I want another one.
I want a baby me.
Baby you. You the baby.
Yeah, I want to be my baby.
Yeah, I want one more. The wife
You
giving me
do?
her. Yeah, at least one more. She's giving me
boy
her.
or
It doesn't matter, boy, girl, whatever God give you, it's a gift. It's a gift.
Yeah, you like one more.
2 is good. How many kids you have? At least 2.
Yeah.
You have 4 or 2? How many kids you have?
2.
You see, 2 is good. They said you need 4, like a table has 4 legs, so you need 4.
Well, my parents had.
A car has the 4 wheels, maybe 1 extra wheel in the trunk, 1 extra kit in the trunk. A spare kit or spare tire.
Oh my God.
6'7".
Oh my God. Would the drive have been any better?
Oh, you know, almost rush hour, everybody's leaving. New York is busy all the time, day and night. You come 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, you'll still be a lot of traffic.
Yeah. You know what I'm bothered by now? The sirens. I don't hear them here. But downtown, there are so many sirens.
All the cuckoo
Northeast on
people in
Park Avenue.
downtown.
Then, in 900 feet, turn left onto East 79th Street.
So where do we turn for the west side?
79 cross town.
A lot of men, particularly white men, probably very shabby.
Turn left onto East 79th Street.
They're very what?
Ashamed.
Really? Trump is a schmuck. You think he's gonna have another 4 years?
Yeah, he's gonna be king.
Really?
He doesn't have to get voted in to be king. He's not gonna allow people to vote.
Seriously?
Yeah,
He said they want a voter ID.
You're gonna really have to fight to get to vote.
Continue for 1 mile.
Who should be? Kamala Harris? She should.
Pardon me?
Kamala Harris, she's good. She can change him. Kamala Harris.
I don't care anybody. You know, anybody other than
Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders.
Drive northwest on East 79th Street for 1 mile.
Maybe we can get Biden back.
There are a lot of possibilities, but he's a criminal. Why do we have a criminal there?
No, that's a good question. He should be.
Why do they do that?
He should be in Rikers Island.
Pardon me?
He should be in Rikers Island.
Oh, definitely.
Not Epstein Island, Rikers Island.
Right.
Rikers Island. Maybe find a nice inmate there for him.
All of those girls that he damaged for life. Trump. It's a wonder somebody hasn't threatened his life.
Nicki Minaj, she said she liked him.
Pardon me?
Nicki Minaj, you know Nicki Minaj, the rapper and musician lady?
I didn't listen to
She
her
said she
before.
liked
I
him.
don't listen to
50 Cent, he say he like him. A lot of rappers, they like him. I don't know why. Rapper music. Jay-Z don't like it.
Drive northwest on East 79th Street for a half mile.
Jay-Z like fighting.
This is awful.
You know who live in this building? Bloomberg. Number 817.
Down.
Bloomberg, yeah.
Yeah.
You remember?
He's like Trump.
You remember Bloomberg? No, his fight with Trump. He was.
I know.
He was. He was.
Greedy.
Yeah, he was fighting against him. He was trying to be president.
Yeah.
Trump was make fun of him. He said he's short. He has.
Trump likes to point fingers. He's like a child, pointing fingers at people, calling them names. He's like, if your child did that, what would you say?
Rosie O'Donnell, she's chubby.
What would you say to her if your child did what, called names and made fun of people?
He's a bully, huh? Like school bully.
Yeah, he never grew up. He never grew out of that.
Spoiled bully.
Mm-hmm. And you wouldn't want your child. He was never disciplined. It's amazing that people voted for that.
Don't worry about him too much. Just enjoy life.
Yeah, every time the news comes on and I heard the word Trump, I turned it off. Because he just creates a lot of worry.
So listen to the good channel. Listen to NPR. NPR is good.
Not so good.
In a quarter mile,
But I
turn right
listen
onto
to
Central Park West.
WBL is good. What is it, TV or radio? It's a TV.
Radio.
WBLI.
WBAI.
What number the channel?
It's 99.5. Put it on right now?
AM or
FM.
99.5?
Turn right onto Central Park West.
You can put it on now. It's very good. It's more for the people rather than
99.5? 99.
99.5.
Oh, yeah.
But if you really low,
Yeah.
like on the low end 200s,
99.5, yeah? WBAI.
not participating. That B12 represents the microbiomes, what you eat, what you supplement. And so if you're in the tank, you really have to
I'm
look
gonna be
at
beautiful.
the gut
I'm
as
gonna
well
be
as
beautiful,
other sources
skinny
of
like you.
B12.
A little bit more on that histamine and methyltransferase enzyme. They're found, the largest preponderance of them is in the liver, in the lungs, and in the central nervous system. So if it's not working right, it's very possible that you're going to have neurologic symptoms.
In a quarter mile,
anxiety,
turn left onto West 86th Street.
palpitations. So it neutralizes histamine through methylation, acting as a methyl group to histamine to make histamine inactive in the body. So what do we use? We use SAMI, and we've known SAMI. It's a precursor. It's one of the steps on the way to homocysteine. But SAMI as a calmer, studies were done in Italy on 200 milligrams, and women were calmer and able to sleep better. B12, as Carol said, B6, and betaine. Some digestive enzymes can be very
Trimethylglycine is another name for betaine. Three methyl groups for your detoxification.
212-209-2877. I can bet you that many of you have experienced this. Been told, oh, you have allergies, and that's the end of it. And it's not just allergies. It's not
Turn
just
left onto West 86th Street.
not that you just eat something like
Drive northeast on Central Park West. Then, in 900 feet, turn left onto West 89th Street.
You're reacting to everything. You feel like you're going crazy because you're reacting to everything. So, I just got a
turn
text
left onto West 89th
from
Street.
someone in the studio that says that they've
drive
been
northeast on Central
on a low histamine diet. So
turn
they're in
left
the
onto West
process of
91st
being
Street.
healed of histamine intolerance. Once you do the histamine diet, you do it for a few weeks, even a month. The end result is that you can start adding
turn
back
left onto
foods
Columbus
because
Avenue.
the microbiome in your intestines starts changing, your whole body starts shifting, and you can start one by one, not too fast, adding back foods. It's a very exciting space to be.
Turn left
especially
onto Columbus
after
Avenue.
You were going crazy. You were reacting to everything, and everything was wrong, and you didn't know what to do. And
do you want to eat something?
You do this diet and it all calms down. You can add back things, add one thing, and go slowly, and then maybe add another. But you can eat normally, eat things that you thought you could
I'm
never
too
eat
chubby
again.
to eat something. I'm too chubby.
209-2877. Carol, go on.
What about one of our
You going
in
to?
Africa, this is good.
You going to urgent care?
No.
Over there.
What is it? 620?
In 500 feet, turn right onto West 89th Street.
You're going to over there. You're going to.
Okay, let me.
You're going to 620 Columbus.
Yeah.
Right here.
Right. Okay.
Over here.
Well, you eat and be well.
Thank you. You leaving me already? We just met.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
it's
have a good day.
We're separating.
Thank
already.
you. Me love you
We're
long.
getting a divorce.
Me love you long time.
Okay. You take good care.
Yeah,
Okay?
you too.
Thank you so much.
Don't forget your stuff.
What?
Your stuff.
What stuff?
The bags. Okay. Okay, take care.
I'm so full of stuff. Right, thank you.
Take care. Babushka.
Bye-bye.
Balabuka. Oh, she didn't give me $3. She forgot. It's okay. She forgot. Supposed to give me $3. Bad mouth Trump and don't give me $3. What's up with that?
Suppresses through the action of the alcohol, the DAO. So here you have a weakened DAO of what you have, and you have an increase in histamines. Vinegar, it's less active, and the best vinegar, if you're going to use one, would be apple cider. Aged cheese, very high in histamines. Cured meats, high in histamines. Avocado, oh my goodness.
Oh, one of my favorites.
Canned foods, and particularly canned fish.
Wait, Corinne, just 1 second. So we have a Facebook question, and the question is, what's the worst food for histamine? Do we have any idea?
Well, alcohol is very bad, but it's not a food. Spinach, eggplant can be pretty intense. And, let me see. Soy is not good. Unless it's sprouted. And sometimes it can be okay when it's sprouted, but generally no. And
Wait a minute, don't we like the natto fermented soy and the miso and the tempeh? We're supposed to still like those?
Eventually, yes, but not at this time.
Okay.
Not at this time. I'm going to pass on that one. So we have those that are, but then there are foods that are really encouraged to eat, that you're encouraged to eat. And that's asparagus, bell peppers, blueberries, cabbage, cauliflower, grass-fed beef. It's very specific, grass-fed. Green leafy vegetables other than spinach, turkey, white fish, not canned, green tea, liver, squash, zucchini, and there are some supplements that work very well also. Very well. And
comes to mind? No?
Amazing. It's one of the best. Quercetin is one of the best for stabilizing the mast cells. And we use quercetin for multiple things. We use it for cancer. We use it for allergies. They have a quercetin spray that they use, inhaler, that literally can assist to block allergies when there's asthma, exercise-induced asthma. And then there's this inhaler with sodium cromolyn and quercetin, and it can block that histamine reaction. So vitamin C.
Vitamin C is a biggie.
Yes.
And I have often told people, and done it myself, increase my vitamin C if I had a runny nose. I don't know why I read that many years ago, but you can use some very large doses of vitamin C. It has so many intricate mechanisms here and helps with your adrenal glands, so it contributes to your adrenal stability. When you have all these allergies, you're probably exhausting your adrenal functioning and your cortisol and whatnot. Well, what about that? People might get prednisone. Or, I had a client yesterday for 20 years has used a steroid inhaler.
Oh my goodness.
His nose won't open. So we're using these anti-inflammatory drugs, but what's the underlying cause? The histamine kind of reaction.
They're not looking at the underlying cause, and more than that, what they're doing is they're suppressing the symptoms by suppressing the histamine receptor sites. And then what happens? What happens is that the body makes more histamine receptor sites. More and more and more. So when you stop taking the medicines, you have a rebound that's so intense. You say, this is worse than ever. I can't live like this. I have to be on the meds. And that's true. They have to be on the meds. Let me finish with just some histamine natural support, and then let's talk about the histamine blockers, the medical ones. Vitamin C, stinging nettles. Stinging nettles has a double hit. One is that it blocks, it supports the DAO. And number two, it works in the liver to support and help the methylation. So it's got a double hit. It's really powerful. And stinging nettles has been used even to block anaphylactic shock. So, bromelain. Now, bromelain's interesting because bromelain is from pineapple, but pineapple is very high histamine. So I would recommend taking the capsule rather than taking eating the pineapple. And then see, N-acetylcysteine can be really powerful in terms of blocking the histamine reaction. So what about the medicines. What about what? I remember someone came to my house, a young girl. Let me give a phone number: 212-209-2877. 212-209-2877. We'd love to hear from you. It would be absolutely wonderful. Give us a call. I know you could. How many of you are on Claritin? How many of you are on Zyrtec? So,
and
tell us, what are those? Claritin and Zyrtec.
Well, they're antihistamines, working mostly on the H1, and this is the receptor part that you get the nose stuff, and you get the itchy skin, and you get the hives, kind of what you think is an allergic reaction. And so you take these, and it blocks the activity, and you run the danger of your body's going to react and try to make more receptors because you're getting things blocked. And lo and behold, if you happen to stop it, it's even worse than when you started. It's ballooned way beyond belief. And you have to go back on. You think, I can't live without it, because if I try to stop, all my symptoms come back with a vengeance. So you're almost physically required to keep on going. So many times the antihistamine Benadryl is used as a sleep agent because it causes so much drowsiness. However, now they have warning signs on Benadryl about producing dementia, long-term use of Benadryl. And it was considered a really good antihistamine. You could use it without danger for every night for the rest of your life if you want to. And we've realized now it's not so safe. Kind of creepy.
That was the Claritin and Zyrtec are the H1 blockers. Right. But then there's an H2 blocker that we used to give for severe allergies, when allergies couldn't be controlled. It's Pepsid. That's an H2 blocker. And
Tagamet, Zantac, H2 blockers, and this is a different, I did look up to see what kind of natural substance would work on the H2, and really only found two important things. One was peppermint, should help, and our good
nice peppermint tea.
Yeah, and our good old vitamin C again.
Oh my goodness.
But there was very little else. And I think Tagamet's been taken off the market because of cancer concerns over long-term use. Again, people get into this practice of using an antihistamine drug, and they have to take it all the time. And so these side effects accumulate, and you're in a pickle.
You know what else helps, Carol, is enzymes. And they can prevent some of the bloating. Number one symptom, very, very common, of histamine, elevated histamine, is bloating. So enzymes reduce inflammation, they prevent bloating, they absorb and help you absorb the nutrients that your body needs to balance the mast cells. And they help you absorb and break down proteins, fats, and carbs, and improve digestion. Now, there is, and I don't know if it exists right now, but there is a DAO enzyme, which it does. Okay, thank you. And you can get a direct DAO enzyme, and that will work directly on the mast cells and the elevated histamines. So that is very interesting. There's also herbs that you can use. They're for SIBO, small intestine, bowel, overgrowth. Thank you. And dysbiosis and candida, and one of them is berberine. We talk about berberine all the time. It's such a wonderful herb. really assists the intestines. Then we have organic oregano oil capsules, very strong, very powerful. And then guess what? Good old garlic.
Yep.
Allison works tremendously as an anti-intestinal, anti-inflammatory, and consequently, you get some very powerful relief when you take any one or all of the above. And then that's very good. There's another reason for this effect, and that's what they call leaky gut, where there's an inflammation in the intestines. And due to the inflammation in the intestines, there's like little gaps. The intestines have swollen and they're not holding together tight. And guys,
individual cells of the intestinal wall.
So you can do things for that also. While you're eating. One is breathing. Breathing is powerful for healing and working with the intestinal wall and helping the body seal that leaky gut. But then there's another one. It's called IgG, and the IgG is immunoglobulins from colostrum from cows, but it's non-dairy.
Rihanna,
It was,
you look like a Christmas tree. Why you wearing all green? You look like a Christmas tree. Do you want pizza or mama gonna make you something to eat?
Cook me something. She's gonna cook me ramen. I love ramen.
Really? You gave Melody the wire?
What?
Did you give Melody the wire or you forgot?
Someone else also wants the wire.
You have a Melody wire. You gave her?
Yes.
Did she say?
Wire.
Did she say thank you?
What?
Did she say thank you to you? Thank you.
I think.
Did she give you money or she said thank you?
What?
She said thank you. She give you money or she said thank you?
She said thank you. Why would she give me money?
No money, no honey. Who else want wire?
Marina.
Anybody want wire? Tell them $2.
No.
You giving free?
No. No. Yes.
No, $2.
Then you do it.
Did she design? She make something with it?
Yes.
What?
She made earrings.
Really? Did you make earring too?
Yeah. I'm playing.
No dancing.
Oh, yeah.
No dancing in the kitchen. No farting in the kitchen. Oh, Uncle Allah is gonna come tonight, okay? Maybe Uncle Allah is gonna come visit. Apatapatu, apatapatu. 6767. No school all week, huh? Next week, no school all week.
I know.
Maybe you could do a play date with Krista.
Yeah, well, I got a note from Melody.
Really? What did not say? You say apatapatu?
It says, join to Valentine's Day. Thank you to Ayana for joining my club from the song.
A club? You have a club?
And it's
Seriously?
for my friends. Yeah.
Seriously? What kind of club?
Yeah.
Movie Land Club?
Collection club.
Collection Club?
Yeah. See ya. Oh, you want me to keep dancing in here? I am.
Stop dancing, you're making me dizzy. No dancing in the kitchen. Where's Big Mama? Watching movies as usual.
Doing the laundry.
Doing the laundry. Seriously? She's doing the laundry. Drop some money. shuttle, Uber shuttle. Drop some money.
That died and then exploded, spewing their contents out into the universe. It sounds like magic, but it's science. Far-off stars die like this all the time, and the dramatic explosions are easy for astronomers to detect. But now, some scientists say that they have seen a star die in a very different way. As NPR's Nell Greenfield Boyce reports, it's a much quieter healing process, and the end result is a black hole. One of our nearest cosmic neighbors is the Andromeda Galaxy. It's a spiral galaxy, just like our own Milky Way. If conditions are right, you can go out at night and see this galaxy with your naked eye. It's like a blurry patch of sky. Astronomers have cataloged the Andromeda Galaxy's stars, including a massive one that lived on one of the galaxy's spiral arms.
It used to be one of the most brightest stars in that galaxy forever. We have records of this star from the 1970s.
Kishaloi Day is an astronomer with Columbia University and the Flatiron Institute.
There are records of this star even from small telescopes, backyard telescopes.
Today, this star is gone, nowhere to be seen.
We can't even detect this source today with the Hubble Space Telescope.
A star just winking out like this is really unusual. Day and his colleagues became aware of this strange event while using archival data from an old NASA spacecraft to map how millions of stars changed in brightness over a 15-year period. He says this particular star was a real outlier.
What we found was that somewhere around 2015, 2016 or so, it actually brightened in infrared light for
Okay, see you tomorrow. Peace and love, peace and love. See you tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for sticking around. See you tomorrow. Peace and love, peace and love.